Something breaks. No big deal. You've done this before. You go to the AI, you tell it what's wrong, and it hands you a fix. The fix works. The bug is gone. And then, somewhere else in the app, a button that worked yesterday just stopped. You didn't touch that button, you never went near it, but it's broken now. And you're about to go fix it. And that fix is going to break a third thing. If that loop sounds familiar, you already know this one in your gut. This is failure mode number 2, the one where you fix and fix and fix, and the app never actually gets better. It just moves the problem around. And once I name it, you're going to see it in every build you've ever abandoned. Here's what you'll walk away with. You'll be able to name this loop the second you fall into it, instead of grinding on it for a week thinking you're just bad at this. You'll know what it really costs you. And it's not mostly the time. And you'll know, at a high level, why it happens, why the fixes won't stay fixed, which is the thing that turns it from your fault into a fixable condition. Recognition first, the deep why is coming. But the recognition is what stops the bleeding. So let me name the loop, because I want you to catch yourself in it. Go back to that first break for a second, the bug you fixed and the button that died somewhere else. Here's the part that messes with your head. You didn't change that other piece. You only changed the part the AI told you to change. But the change rippled out somewhere you couldn't see, and a feature you already shipped went down. So you do the obvious thing. You go back to the AI, you point at the new break, you ask it to fix that one too. And it does. And something else breaks, round and round. Every fix lands on top of the last one and quietly knocks it over. You're not making progress. You're playing whack-a-mole with your own app. You hit one mole, another one pops up somewhere you weren't looking. That's the loop. That's failure mode number 2. And the thing that makes it so brutal is that it feels personal. Most people who hit this wall decide it's them. So you try to fix you. You write clearer prompts. You make smaller asks, one tiny change at a time, so there's less to break. You switch tools. You go read somebody's prompt framework. You pay up for the smarter, more expensive model, because surely that's the difference. And none of it stops the loop. None of it. You can do everything right and still be standing there with the mallet, watching the moles pop up. Because, and this is the whole point, the loop was never about your prompts. It was never about which model you're paying for. The smartest model on Earth, given the same setup, plays the same game of whack-a-mole. It's something underneath all of that. We go deep on exactly what in the next module. For right now, just name it. You're in the loop, and the loop is not a verdict on you. Now let me tell you what this is really costing you, because it's more than you think. It eats the hours, sure, but the real cost is your confidence. You started this build, sure it was going to work. You could see it shipped. A week of whack-a-mole later, you don't trust the AI to touch anything without breaking something else. So you start playing defense. You catch yourself thinking, maybe I'll just leave that bug for now. You stop adding features, not because you ran out of ideas, but because you're scared of what a new change will knock over. That's the real tax. The build stops moving forward because every fix costs more than it's worth. And a project that's too fragile to change is a project that's quietly already dead. So here's the diagnosis, and it's the part I most want you to hold on to. The whack-a-mole loop is not your fault, and it is not the AI's fault either. And I mean that. The AI is in there making careful, reasonable changes inside a project that has no rules, no written down decisions, and no memory of anything that happened before this exact moment. It can't see that the one function you asked it to touch is quietly wired into 3 other features it doesn't even know exist. So it makes its best guess. Sometimes the guess holds, often it doesn't, and the mole pops up. That's the whole thing in one line. Whack-a-mole is what happens when a capable AI is made to work without structure. The AI is fine. The conditions it's working in aren't. Change the conditions and the loop just stops. Not because the AI got smarter, but because it can finally see what it's about to break before it breaks it. That's a real fix. It's just not the one you've been reaching for. Next, We name what happens if the loop runs long enough and you don't get out. The point where the fixing becomes the whole project, and the build quietly collapses under its own weight. It's the week most people walk away for good. I want you to see it coming. I'll meet you there.